Welcome to Creative Escape Glass. This is the first of our introductory videos for new customers and is focused on safety because even though you're going to be in a glass studio, we want you to be as safe as possible to reduce the risk of injury. So the first thing you want to do is keep in mind that you're in a glass studio. And since it's a working studio, there's the potential for glass to be on any surface. So always assume that there is the potential for glass. So don't rest your hands on tabletops. Don't be leaning in on different surfaces because then you can pick up little pieces of glass which can cut you. So you want to be careful. As you're cutting glass and working with the glass, you're going to be getting little shards of glass in your workstation. And so in each of the toolkits on the workstations, you will have paintbrushes, and you can use this to sweep the little shards of glass toward the top of the mat. Get them out of your way. You still don't want to be resting your hand on there, but you definitely don't want to be using your hand to brush that out of the way. So make sure you're using the paintbrush. When you are dealing with the glass, you want to make sure that you treat it with respect. That means treat it gently. Be careful when you're handling the glass because you don't want to take your finger, slide down an edge because that will draw blood and you'll need Band-Aids. We have plenty, but let's try to avoid that if at all possible. So just be careful when you're dealing with the glass. If you are going to hold something by the edges, do so gently because sometimes there can be just a very jagged little edge that if you grip it too tightly, it can cut you. Also, sometimes you're going to get broken pieces of glass that have very pointy ends. You don't want to touch those pointy ends. You don't want to pick things up by the pointy edges because those can really bite if you're not careful. In your toolkits, you will have a variety of tweezers. You can use those for picking up your pieces of glass in order to, reduce the risk when you're dealing with the glass. We have nitrile gloves, and these are required for certain tasks in the studio and optional when you're just working at your workstation. We've got sizes small to extra large. If you are coming in and you need a piece of the large pieces of glass and digging through any of this shelving, you are required to wear gloves. And so the gloves are right there. Okay, anytime you reach in, anytime I break my own rule, it involves a Band-Aid. So just always wear gloves when you're doing that. If you happen to be cutting a circle, which isn't an introductory process, but there are a few tasks when you'll be required to wear gloves. The one time I don't want you to wear gloves is when you're cleaning your glass because the gloves are always dirty and you don't want to get that back on the glass. So you want to make sure that you're not wearing gloves when you're cleaning the glass. You're just using the glass cleaner and the paper towels and you're being careful. Don't slide down edges. The next safety tool is eyeglasses or safety glasses. We have a face shield, regular safety glasses, and safety glasses that will fit over prescription glasses. These are required if you're at the grinders. The face shield is required if you're at the diamond ring saw, and these are also required if you are short enough that your face is too close to the tabletop. We will require you to wear that. The next piece of safety equipment we have are fingertips for use at the grinders. So if you're trying to grind something, you can put these on your fingertips so that when you're at the grinder, that can be holding your piece in place instead of your finger on a sharp edge. And we've got a variety of sizes of those as well. So that concludes our safety video. So stay tuned to the next video in our introductory series. And otherwise, we will see you in the studio.